Rodney.
Question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. I can see today. Let me clarify that. I can see a little bit better today than I did definitely yesterday. I got my injections in my eyes. Yeah, starting off Wellness Wednesday with a bang. Well, this is your girl, Reese, a.k.a. Althea McFarlane, a.k.a. whatever you want to call me, Blind Melon Jelly, but I can see today. A.k.a. the author of Shades of Blue. You know who it is. It's me making it do what it do. And before I get started in on the show, we got a good show for y'all today. I want to say good morning to my super producer, Mr. Molly Mall, Mr. C-Moss Boss himself. Good morning. That's my baby brother, y'all. And then I also want to say good morning to Mr. Dad Mentality. Good morning, Rodney. How are you, sir? Rodney, it's on you. Wait a minute. Is he in? Let me see. Good morning, Rodney. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Yes.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, it's your boy, the Beast One, aka Rodney from Dad Mentality Podcast. Happy to join you today. I was kind of upset yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday. I wanted to join you, but I came in here today and happy to join you today. I'm glad everything went good with your eyes.
Happy belated birthday, Virgo. Yeah, that's what we talking about. Our day is dwindling down, man. The Virgo season is almost over with, but we celebrated to the whole month. Happy birthday, Rodney. What you going, remember that go-go song Esther used to say, what you going to do, Fat Rodney?
I ain't doing that. I partied too much the night before, so I'm good. Now I'm recovering. I'm getting too old to be partying consecutively. I got to take like 1 day of partying and 2 days off.
Wow. 1 day of partying and 2 days to recover from the party.
Yeah,
now, how do you tell your children to party respectably? They in that age. What would you tell your children? Do what you did or don't do what you did?
Oh, absolutely. Don't do what I did. 100%. I tell my children to always do better. I expect more out of them. I made my mistakes so that you don't have to make them again.
But no, we talking about partying now.
I'm talking about partying too. Shoot, I party way too much. Yeah, I was at the Go-Go. I was there. I was a big Northeast Groovers fan back in the day. So yeah, I was at the ice box. I was there when the pool broke in the ice box and it flooded the whole place. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I was there with Backyard at the Black Hole. I was there. So, I tell my kids like do better. Do better.
Well, they got different. I noticed the music, the go-go, to their music, it's that trance beat. It beats all slow, and I'm like, I don't like that kind of go-go. I like the go-go, other than the slow song we hit, with the little hype beat. But they got that slow beat. It's like, don't go, don't go, don't go, don't. I'm like, what that? What
Yeah.
y'all thinking in that? Y'all done slowed the beat down.
Well, their thing is now beating their feet and stuff like that. It's a different. They use a lot more like Rollerton opposed to the Congo beat.
Yeah, I noticed that. And you right to that dance called Beat Your Feet. It's different.
Yeah.
We had the happy feet. Our feet was happy. We wasn't talking about beating nobody. We was talking about Air Raid and the Boys. Remember Red and the Boys and the Air Raid and Class Band? Party time. We do the happy feet. Shoot. Man.
I remember my first go-go was
you rocking that dance back in the day too. Yeah, we thought we kick it to the front and the back, side to side. You talking to a happy feet aficionado back then. I used to love that dance. But now, like you said, they're doing something different. Like you said, with the Rollertones, the beat is slow. And my son told me, he was like, Mom, I think y'all go-go sound better than our go-go. I was like, really, son? He doesn't like go-go music. He said he liked the old go-go music. I was like, really?
You gotta remember back then, go-go was an experience. It was more than just music. It was when you went to a go-go, it was just the vibe, the energy, the everything about it that made you fall in love with it. It was more than just the genre or whatever the case may be. It was you go to a go-go, it was an experience for me. That's how I feel. And that's what I tell my kids, because even when I had them listen to go-go now, they don't get it. They don't like it or whatever the case may be. I was like, yeah, you had to be at IBEX. You had to be at these places to really, really feel it. Like I remember the reason why I'm so in love with go-go for one reason is when I was very young, my brother took me to Berry Farms and Junkyard was playing, and they was young, and they was on trash cans and garbage cans cranking. And I was like, yo, in buckets. So that kind of was the day that I fell in love with go-go. So like I said, it was the experience of being there, being on my brother's shoulders and just partying and hanging out and just, being there with a bunch of Black people. And, then it wasn't the fighting and all that kind of stuff that came a little bit later when the 90s kind of hit. But then it was just, great times, man. It was just, something Black people come together and enjoy it.
Yeah, we did. And we trying to get that movement back where Black people could come together and enjoy. And what our youth nowadays don't realize, that Black people had a lot of stuff going on that we could come together and enjoy. But because of the powers that be, you know what I'm talking about, we was shut down, burnt out, locked out, kicked out, knocked out. We was all of that. It's just like we're having a good time. We're doing our thing over here. Why can't people just let us be? They couldn't, because if we was having too good of a time and we was uniting and we was doing that in peace, that stuff was universal. We didn't care who came to the go-go's or to the parties until they tried to shut us down. They always shut us down. And basically today is Wellness Wednesday. Two folds happened. My Lincoln Wellness Wednesday with Turn Up Tuesdays topic, and we got to stop the madness. And how do we regain and get back what we lost in a healthy way? How do we get back to our youth and our community now in a healthy, good, positive way to show our children everything that was snatched from us? We had all this before. Let's build it back stronger.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
always better life, better live. Oh, how do we do that? And that's the wellness mental part of it. We're going to give advice. We're going to take some suggestions. This is the call and response thing. We calling out to all the people in the community, hoo alley oop, whatever you want to call it. And we need the response. We got to take it back for our generations, for the next generation, for our children and our grandchildren. Because the way this world is going now, it's kind of scary to me. Oh, I got some more people coming in. Let's say good morning. Who's that? Oh, Molly. Oh, Molly Moore. Oh, I just saw something at the bottom. Look at my eyes working this morning, y'all. Usually I wouldn't see nothing. Rodney. You hear me?
Yeah. Well, I did want to say this, that I do feel like it is a Black movement, especially in the DMV when it comes to restaurants, food, and even entertainment, that we're growing. I know, during the pandemic, I'm in the food industry, and during the pandemic, I found that a lot of Black restaurants really excelled, during this time, because we started, as we get more educated, and even like what you're talking about on the shows, it's about educating our children to support each other, to be a part of, the community and group and help each other grow.
That's right.
So I definitely think it's been something that has been definitely increasing. I know, especially here in the DMV, they're really highlighting a lot of top Black chefs in the area in the restaurant industry. So I've always felt that that's a great thing.
Now, since you love go-go, do you know anybody? Because I got some free passes to I Am a Queen of Go-Go movement on September the 30th, not this Saturday, but next Saturday from 2 to 7. It's going to be a female movement in go-go, but we need our men there as well to support us. So I'm asking, what are you doing on September the 30th?
Oh, I'll be out of town, unfortunately. I'll be it's my anniversary weekend, so I'm taking the wife out to the Outer Banks.
Oh, that's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah. I gotta do something for the anniversary, keep it going. You gotta keep dating. Black people keep dating.
Black people keep dating. Well, I got some free passes to the September the 30th. I Am a Queen in Go-Go. Now, that means all women that's in the go-go movement, whether you're a writer, whether you're a dancer, whatever you did for the go-go movement, females show up, support, and solidarity. Men show up and support the ladies, the women in go-go. I got a couple of passes. Do you want to give them out on your show, during your show, to somebody that that might want to go and have a good time?
Actually, yeah, I know some people that would love to go. 100%.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, I got your hookup. I got a few passes that you would like to give out. Give me their name and all that good stuff, and I'll make sure Mac Mama Spice get the information, because she gave me the digital tickets. So, in order for me to pass it on, I'll go back and get it from her. Give me the digital tickets, give me the people, and so I can go on and send it to them, and they can be there for that event, cranking it out. We're going to have everything from the go-go bands, the girls, the guest speakers. They're having pop-ups. It's like a pop-up shop. They're going to have everything from wigs to wigs to edibles. I guess you can say everything. Everything's going to be there. They have all kinds of vendors. And I'm going to be there because I am the MC for that day. But I will also be there with my copy of Shades of Blue, copy of the book. I will also be there with that and merchandising and talking to people and hopefully getting more followers and getting people to come on in, tune in on the show, jump in on the show if you're local entrepreneurs, if you got a business, if you're doing something in the community, trying to give back in every which way you can. We project positivity. We want to put out in the universe good energy, good love, and support for our people. We want to show this. That's why I go back and dig in the past for stories, Rodney, because I want to tell my sons and my nieces and nephews, look, we used to have this. We used to have that. So in wrapping all that together, I want to talk about Joyland. Have you heard of Joyland?
I hadn't heard about it before, you put me on it. I did want to say something real quick to you. speaking of, Wellness Wednesday, my wife had a procedure last week, and when she went into the procedure, she took your book. And she said she was laughing and really enjoyed the book so far. I don't know how far she is into the book, but I told her when she's done, I'm going to read it next. But just wanted to let you know she did already start reading your book, and she was like, yeah, it's crazy. So I'm excited to read it after she's done. But she definitely she said she went through and read quite a bit, just waiting on her procedure and going through what she was going through. So I just did want to let you know that too.
Give her my love. Tell her thank you. And the next one, when she get to the end, she might be mad at me, but the next one come out. Tell her in December, so don't be too mad at me. Hopefully
Okay.
everything. I'm prayerfully everything moving in the direction like it's supposed to be. It's hard to get when you publishing, and this book, the first one I had a company. The second book that I'm doing is going to be self-publishing, so that's going to be It's a little more difficult, but I will let you guys know that the chapters will be out first, and with the quickness on the Kindle and the Fire Stick Vella through Amazon. That'll be out there first before we can get the full book together, because like I said, I'm still shopping for a publisher for the second one. This is going to be more self-published project. So,
all
right, but trust me,
we're looking forward.
We're looking forward
to it. I said we will be looking forward to it. Absolutely.
I hope so. I hope a lot of people didn't gravitate to the first book. I guess I don't know if it's because a lot of people didn't know about it, but and I was kind of shocked because everybody that got the book, like when Gwen read it and Helen about it, all the other people read it, it was like, okay, it was good, but it didn't. I don't know. I just don't know. Not unless they lied to me about the sales, Amazon, and that could be true. I don't know, because everybody was like, "Oh yeah, I got the book." I'm like, "You did?" I'm like, "Well, thank you. I'm happy." But I was expecting, that the first book I'll be able to fund the second book and so forth like that to let me, keep going with my production. But one monkey don't stop the show. It takes two gorillas. So I'm out here working to get this second one done. What can I do, Rodney? What can I do?
Hey, you're doing an amazing job as far as I can tell.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to get back to love from my heart. I got so much in me I want to spill out before I leave this planet. I want to spill it all out. So, and that's what I'm going to try to do. Like, I give myself away so he can use me. When I'm talking about he, the Most High. So, hey, if that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. With the love. But I wanted our young people to know, like they didn't even know about the deacons for the defense, that we did have other than the Black Panthers. There was other groups, small groups of movements that was out there working in the South for our equality, so we could be the first to have this, the first to have that. So today we're talking about Joyland, y'all. Came in Chicago. Yes, that was birthed in Chicago. A community, Rodney, not just a couple of people, business people, but a whole community got together to start this amusement park, honey. It was the biggest open air dance hall at the time. And probably still is. It spanned for the block of 2 miles. The park was 2 miles long. They say, and the reason why that the Black people started their own amusement park, because we were not allowed into white amusement park. But they didn't say Blacks only. They said come one, come all to the amusement park. They welcomed every race into Funko Lane to have fun. The white establishments around there started getting angry and upset because they said it was damaging their business. And unfortunately, Funko Land was funded in 1923. and ended in 1925. But I have a video I want to share with y'all from Colette so y'all can get a little more justice. Y'all look it up for yourself. Check this out.
Black American freedom history we should know. Did you know that Black Americans created their own amusement parks when they couldn't go to white ones? Joyland was the first and largest Black-owned amusement park in the nation in the 1920s. It was established in 1923 by Black Americans who pooled their resources for more entertainment for what was then the Black business district of Bronzeville in Chicago. The amusement park advertised "Come One, Come All" for its free attractions, and while it only covered 2 miles, the park's attractions included merry-go-rounds, swings, Ferris wheels, and live jazz music. The park was so popular that it harmed the profits of surrounding white businesses, and because of that, business owners lobbied against Joyland's license renewals yearly and constantly made false claims against the Black-owned park. Owners of Joyland did put up a fight, but when white politicians stepped in to help white business owners put an end to it, the park was closed. It was only open for 2 seasons. The area where the park resided is now a parking lot for the Illinois Institute of Technology. Joyland, everyone. Black America.
Now, our Joyland is the parking lot for the Institute of Technology in Chicago. We can't, they just don't want us to have our peace. And there's a whole lot of businesses that went under the same way. Now,
Oh yeah.
we could change it because we have a lot of Black politicians that should lobby for Black-owned businesses. They should lobby so we could get loans, so we could start stuff too. Wells Fargo was notorious, especially during the pandemic, for not dispersing that PPE money properly, so a lot of Black business could continue to flourish. And it's just, and they was under scrutiny, and they was under some type of lawsuit, or they're looking at them with a fine-tooth comb now, with a magnifying glass. Like, Wells Fargo, what did you do or did not do properly? It seems like.
Well, I also want to say this. I'm sure you probably know this, but there was a lot of Black communities that flourished, that had their own banks, had their own communities, had their own movie theaters and things like that, that were destroyed and taken over once they felt like we were getting too big or making too much money. And that's where eminent domain started, when, like, for instance, Central Park in New York was a Black community. The actual Central Park, where it is right now, used to be a very predominant Black community. And they took it over and put the park there instead and destroyed the community. Kicked all the Black people out. They had their own banks. They had their own bakeries. They had their own, they had their own community that was flourishing. And, once again, the white people that took it off, they said it was now going to be a public park and destroyed the whole community. And this is true, like Oklahoma. It happened in Oklahoma. It's happened in several other.
It happened right here in D.C.
Oh, yeah.
Look up, for those who y'all history buffs, look up the Red Summer of 1919, where over 30 cities in this great country of ours that we live in were Black owned and ran cities, just like Black Wall Street, Oklahoma. We were Black. We were our own self-contained entities that was doing well. Just like everybody got a Chinatown and everything now, how they is self-contained and they doing well. Nobody bothers them. But all our communities got burnt down, destroyed, ran off the land, just like in Rosewood. That was a true Okeechobee down in Florida. It was so many places that, which was, they call it the Red Summer of 1919, and that was a little after the slavery thing, and when people came back from the war and all that stuff, they was trying to get together, but they was like, nope, we don't want it. And you know what, Rodney? It was all under the same call. Oh, he raped me, he touched me, he looked at me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about when I say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
got you.
And they gave them permission to riot, because you can get a mob together for that kind of stuff, that kind of militia, to catch a fugitive like that. And hanging was prevalent back then, y'all.
Absolutely.
And it's still on the books today. Why didn't they get that law taken off the books, Rod? You still could be lit.
I definitely. I agree with you. Nah, I mean, it's definitely something that we need to educate our kids about. Like when I talk to my kids about stuff like this, they're amazed. They can't believe that this was prevalent. And I was like, yeah, this really happened. Like this stuff is not in the history books. You'll hear about Christopher Columbus, but you won't hear about this. You know what I'm saying? You'll hear about all these other people and not even telling the truth of what they did. And you have to we have to educate our kids. We have to educate, because if you don't educate them, then the same thing is just going to happen again. It's going to happen. It's going to keep on happening if they're not aware. So
that is my whole point with history, to let them know, look, we need to rebuild. When they say, oh, we got to go and get this way, we need to rebuild what was taken from us, or snatch back what was taken from us. And if first they got to know what we used to have. First, they got to know what was taken. They got to understand that. Oh, we used to flourish because if we did it before, we could do it again. And we have to come together as one people. We can't let stuff divide us, like color amongst our own race, gender amongst our own race, religion amongst our own race. They put us in so many boxes and break us down into so many pieces that it's the shame. And we got to look past that and rise above that. And I'm going to give you an example. Say you have a group of people over here, whether they're Black, Chinese, Indian, whatever, whether the group of people, right? And they flourish and they're doing good and they thrive and they're doing together. They're doing together, working good together. They will go in and put those people in boxes. They'll separate you by religion. Who do you worship? They will separate you by your sexuality. What turns you on? They will separate you by the already colorism is a thing, especially amongst Black people, light-skinned people against darker hue people against lighter hue people. Instead of just, we are all people. You feel me? And
absolutely.
Then it was like, well, they're breaking us down even more. Ooh, what's your favorite color? You broken down. Ooh, what's your favorite football team? You separated. We allow them to keep putting us in boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes. So they have everybody separated where you can't come back together because all of these barriers and borders are put up. Break them borders, break them barriers. Let's get back to loving each other together as a group of people of us to love us. You know, Bill Cosby used to have a song out back in the 60s or was it early 70s called I Love Myself Better Than I Love Myself. You know, for those music people that like history and music, go back and check that out. Bill Cosby. I love myself better than I love myself. It was like
some people might say Bill Cosby loved a lot of people.
Well, this was back. He did positive. You know, everybody got a thorn. We got to look at the good that they do. Yeah, he might have loved a lot of people, but he also tried to help and do for a lot of people. And that's what they didn't like. It's almost like
Dave Chappelle said he rapes, but he saves.
No, but it's almost like they will exploit your weakness. Like, say, for instance, when you become big, right? And say you have a coke problem, they will sit on that and exploit it. They will make sure you would get fed that. So when the time comes to expose you, to tell you down, there's something against you.
Yeah. It was once again that none of that happened until Bill Cosby. I think he was getting ready to buy NBC.
NBC, yeah.
Or he was getting ready to buy something, and then all of a sudden, all this stuff comes out. Is of course, it all comes out once you're getting ready to do something great, something huge. They only want to let you get so big before things come out. Now, I understand exactly what you're saying.
And that's what they do. Hey, JoJo, baby. Good morning. He done snuck in on me. This is the light-skinned it.
Good morning. I slid on up in the Mac in the morning.
That sound nasty. You done slid up in
Oh,
the
my
back
bad.
in the morning.
My bad. I mean, that's what you know. Wake up. Good morning. I
Wake
know
up.
I'm late.
Good morning. Good
We
morning.
got dad mentality, and we got JoJo baby here with us today, fellas. So we were talking about, I don't know if you caught the beginning part. We were talking about Joyland. Have you ever heard of Joyland?
I have.
And what do you give us your take or how you feel about that?
I mean, we talking about the same Joyland, right? Chicago. We talking about the amusement park, right?
Yeah,
I know a couple other Joylands. You know what I'm saying? You know, but no, I mean, what do you mean? What take you on it? What you talking about?
Well, I was dropping that knowledge and letting people know what we used to have, so they now know what we could go back and get. Some people say, "Oh, we can't achieve." We have, and we did achieve a lot. But unfortunately, a lot of people saw the goodness, the greatness, and us coming together as a community and tear it down and tore us down. So I was telling Mr. Dad mentality that we got to teach our children now. Go back and get what you used to be. Go back and get where we had. It's not like you invented the wheel. Oh, this was the first thing. No. The blueprint was already there. It's already laid out for you. We need to tell our children, rise above it, go back and get it. Go back and get it and make it even better. Because the blueprint is there for us to come together and achieve something and do something great. But we got to get past the fear, because it was always the fear. Every time Black people minding their business, doing what they supposed to do and thriving, here comes the power that be swooping in to destroy, divide, conquer, and kill. We got to stand up like the deacons of the defense. We got to stand up. We can't let them continue this cycle. It's like, if I knock you down, Joe, are you gonna stay on the ground or you gonna get back up?
I mean, we get up, but it come to a point where you got kind of just like finesse the system the best way you can, because honestly, you do too much, and that's what happens. And it ain't a fear. I'm not scared to do it, but reality is, if you do this, they coming down on you. If you do something like this, if you get too big, if you got too much unity. Now, if you're just a separate little park or something, that's one thing. But if you try to unite and bring people together and make a powerful statement for the powers that be, for whichever angle you coming in on, you can cancel that. That's not happening, but for very long before they come crush it. So it's not a fear base is what I'm speaking about. It's just a knowledge of what it is. Oklahoma City, this thing here, they closed for many reasons, but it was a whole lot of vandalism and a whole lot of racial tension, with the Joyland as well. So
mysterious fires.
Huh?
They said they had a lot of issues with mysterious fires.
Yeah. Ooh, how'd that happen?
Buildings catching on fire out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Lightning striking in Chicago in the winter or whatever,
So how about this? To bring this up real quick, Reese. So I don't know if you read about the ranchers in Colorado that a black ranchers bought a huge, I think they bought like 200 acres. And the people thought that they were going to lease the property, and they decided to actually start the farm on that property. And the whole community who used to lease that property, who were white, have been terrorizing that family ever since. And this is recent. I think this story is 2021. And the guy got arrested by the sheriff and held in jail for a month for doing absolutely nothing, because the people that voted that sheriff in is upset that he won't lease his 200 acres that he bought in Colorado. And like I said, this is going on today.
Hey, man, like I said, I'm pardon me, I don't but that's just you just touching on the point I said. It's not a fear-based thing. it's a understanding that this is what's going to happen in America these days. And until we change that, until we change the thought pattern of the people, you know, and it's not happening like that because there's a lot of power involved. Whoever gave up their corner on the block, here, yo, here go my block. I make 150,000 a week on this joint. I decide, you know, I'm just go ahead and let another guy have it. You know, it don't happen like that. They don't shut stuff down. That's just, it's going to keep going. So, you know, just that was just more relevance to the point. You're right. You can't do nothing, Miss Mac.
No. I'm not saying
I mean, you can do stuff,
We
but
can. We got to
still
show
happen.
them how. Good morning, Kiani. And he's the prominent businessman right here. Kiani, good morning.
Good morning. How everybody doing today?
Wonderful. What's up?
Everybody's
man?
doing well. Blessed up, my brother.
Yeah,
Blessed up.
I was just listening, but you right, that Colorado, they mad 'cause he looking good, the tractor looking good, he playing that old country real music, and they mad over he got the land. When he got the land, they thought that he was a white guy for one, so his neighbors didn't know who he was. Then they saw him out there looking good with all the nice pretty animals and stuff. They want to use his land. He said no. So it's always jealousy every single time. We looking good, we eating good. They can smell the food, and then they mad because he don't want to sell his land because they found out he was a black, wonderful man with his family next to a whole bunch of racist people.
And it's like this is what we allow because this is what we vote them in. A lot of those Democrats and liberals, I don't go for either side, but when they say, "Oh yeah, give the black people this, give the black people that," I'm going back to what Dad and JoJo was saying earlier. We can only get it to a certain extent. It's okay to throw us some nuggets and trinkets here and there, but you better not rise no more than creek level. Because if you rise more than creek level, you're getting too big for your britches. They come back in and step on our necks again so they can show their dominance and their power. Like, we run this. And like when Bill Cosby was trying to buy NBC, oh, you got a huge bill. Oh, you got NBC, CNBC money. You want to do this? Oh, they got huge. Just like when Tyler Perry was trying to buy his junk. They came to him. They told you need $2 million. Okay, Tyler went to Byron Island, came back, got $2 million. Okay, now we think we're going to do $3 million. Okay, Tyler went, got the money, you know, the money, the billion would it be something crazy. And they came back and they still didn't want to sell to Tyler Perry. Well, oh no, we think we're going to keep that. It's like you could get so big and they allow you to get that big, but you better not get, and these are for the liberals, the Democrats, the Republican was like, see what I'm telling you? Look what they doing. And I'm saying this and I'm tying this in with Wellness Wednesday because we got to think about what's coming down the pipeline with us giving so many billions away to other countries when our own country right here need help. We're talking about the government shutdown getting ready to happen. We're talking about the America Auto Union getting ready to happen. Over there in Canada, I think they came to a deal. If you got all of this money to give to another country, why can't you pay your people here that's working? Why can't you help us thrive and survive? If you got all these billions of dollars to give another country to come here to relocate so you can give them a pension that they ain't never paid in or never put a dime in?
I said that we couldn't. I said we couldn't. You right. You said that there is something we can do, but you know what I'm saying? It's risky. I mean, I say there we can get, like I say, a certain level, we can get to that. But if you go beyond that, you said that there's something we can do. There is something we can do, but there's only a couple of few that can get to a certain level, and then they still cut them. They're not gonna let them get but so big. I mean, Jay-Z got it like that, but he's not gonna be able to buy just any company because they're not gonna sell it to him. You feel me?
Look,
because
you said the
problem.
magic
He
word.
can do great, and he can do great things, and he can make us see him and go, ooh, I want that, and make us thrive and make more money for America, but we will never, I hope 90-something% of the people will never get there though, but they'll, you know what I mean? Like, so.
That's where we got to come together. That's where we got to get all of these, just like they brought the commanders, they all got together. We got to come together.
That's a deep scar, because remember when we were together last time, we was forced to be together. And then when we were set free, there was no unity. We weren't like the Jews. We didn't make a move together. We didn't say, and if we did, they blew that up too. So we might have had made a whole lot of little moves in a community, but then they seen that they kept getting beaten up, and then it was just scattered. So we don't have no unity. That's a deep scar, you know, and it got, and to still be cleaned. I mean, it's still got blood dripping out of it. This scar is like an what they call when you got dope or a spider bite abscess. Yeah, like that.
You also got to remember that this country's young, and this is not a long time ago. It isn't like this was, 2 centuries ago. This was, this wasn't that long ago that we weren't even considered whole people.
Still
So,
ain't.
the
Constitution is saying. Still ain't.
Yeah, so I mean, it's still, it's one of the things that I have talked about before, and is like the racism in our country is still an infant. We're not far away from it, even though like the things that have happened in Africa and even like Europe have been happening for centuries. But here, I mean, it just got started here. So we're only going to get that far. I still think it's a movement towards like going back to Africa and buying property. And not saying you stay there, but just regaining property in the motherland, in the home, a place that we can have an option that if, that we can go and start building something there, and the money that we make here can build a whole lot more there and help people like Akon's doing in I'm trying to remember. I think it's Ghana. Is it Ghana he's doing it in? I'm not sure which country he's doing it in, but I know he's rebuilding the whole infrastructure to make it one of the most powerful cities. So, it's just I don't know. I just think it's just different options that we may have to think out of the box in order to do it, but then we still have to be united. That's the other part. So that was just something.
And how do you unite poor people and rich people? Because the rich want to stay rich and the poor don't want to be poor. So the poor try to come up and the rich feels like, oh, you pulling me down, or you put it's beyond race. It's the color of money. And that's a lot of that boils down to their own personal greed and the color of money. You mean to tell me all of these millionaires?
Yeah, but the money white. Unless you go to another continent, like, over there in them old countries, the money white. Here in America, the money white. So you say it's green, but it's white. You know what I'm saying? It's green and white. It's green with a white background. You feel me? Like
the wealth. We got Black folks get generational curse because the white people took our generational wealth. And what I say is difference between being rich and wealthy. Rockefeller, Kennedy, they wealthy. Their name holds weight just by their name alone. You talk about Jay-Z, Mr. Carter, they be like, who are you? What? So many people still don't know.
But see, that's the type of thing that his family can't fuck that money up. You see what I'm saying? They can't fuck that money up. His family won't fuck that money. That's the wealth, is that money just making so much money, you living off your money. You ain't, you know what I mean? And and you continue to be creative, of course, and grow and make things, but that's the wealth. That's when it can't be fucked up. Like inheriting a house even worth $2 million. That can be fucked up. That's not generational wealth. That's just a good inheritance.
That's just, like I said, there's a difference between rich and wealthy. Wealthy would go through generation to generation. You can blow through rich. Okay, say you rich, you can blow that.
Yeah.
Generational wealth is generational wealth. You gonna
I've done a
pass
couple
that
of
down.
that.
I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about. What I'm saying, because I think there was a time, Rodney, JoJo, myself. There was a time where I used to have money, like they used to think, hey, I'm like that. I got the money. Then you're like, damn, where that money go? Wait a minute. We blow through. We party, made bad investments, bad choices. That's just being rich. That's just being rich for the moment.
But that goes back as well. That goes back as well to like nobody can teach us that. That's not being taught because that got erased. So people can't teach you about money because now we ain't got money in our community. So there ain't nobody there to tell you about money or to say that. The dope man ain't, you know what I mean? They're not teaching you about money and
teach you how to re-up and work for them. You can take that quarter right there, young.
Get money. If you gotta get money, you know what I'm saying?
A drug dealer is one of the most savviest businessmen alive because that's the company. If we ran our other businesses like the dope boys be running their drug business, ain't no telling what we could do. But they choose to go on the bad side of the coin instead of get that know-how, that ingenuity, that brain thinking for the good.
Well, first again, it go back to the.
Everybody should be born with a therapist. Everybody should be born with a therapist when you get to a certain age.
Well, first off, it need to be condoms everywhere. These people having sex, they can't read and write, they can't pray, they having sex, making love, they don't know what's going on, they can't spell infant intelligence, they can't spell university, they don't know what to do. So I think it's like it need to be a 30-day class before you have a child, meant the woman and the father. So you know, you need to be a class what to do, you know. So it's just like we just going with the flow of the music and the flow of the movies. Because every movie I watch, we always dying, or we just weak, or just I can't explain it, but it's not good for us. Every movie I see, we always dying, or we don't have a nice car, a nice house, or it's not a father in the present, it's not a mother. You know, it's just.
And that's right there is a lie, because I know a lot of people who got both their mother and father, but they'll say somebody recently, I ain't gonna say who she was recently, a white girl asked me, she was like, you have a mother and a father in your community? I thought all black, people didn't know who they daddy was. I'm like, girl, if you believe that stereotype, about to whoop your ass about these mothers and fathers. There's a lot of people that have mothers and fathers. There's a lot of
there's always been a you put out rumors on everybody, they call it the Indian savages, you know what I mean? They put people against people, huh?
They call us savages too, remember?
I'm just saying they'll put out so that's what I'm saying. We don't get the teaching about money, and they don't get the understanding about being broke. Who want to get the understanding about being broke? I want to get the understanding about getting some money. You know what I mean? Understanding about making something to pass down to my grandkids and great grandkids and great 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 grandkids.
That's why they go crazy and kill themselves when they don't have money. They think it's the end of the world when they don't have money. That's why so many people, when the stock market crash, jumping out of buildings. The most I've seen black people go crazy over and started jumping off the ledge when they was jumping off the curb when the chicken wings went up. Oh, that was a great debacle for our community. What? The chicken wings went up. They was falling off the curb because we afraid of high.
This nigga said the chicken wings went up.
Yeah, them chicken wings was high as shit.
That nigga said, what year was that?
What you say?
This was during the pandemic.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, during the pandemic.
I was at Iris Samoa at the studio. Iris Samoa was last year before last.
Yeah.
The great chicken wing shortage. You was here.
I sell food for a living. A case of chicken wings was $180.
Went from $30 to $180. BK
Yeah.
Village used to have it for $29.99. Now you gotta pay
Mhm.
your son and your daughter and mortgage your house to get a Black people. I was hot behind it because I'm a chicken girl. I can't eat a lot of the other stuff, but I'm a chicken lover. And I
That's
was like,
funny.
they went up on the chicken. I fell off the curb. Asked my son. He had to pick me up. He said, "Mom, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get you your 5 wings of fries from somewhere,
Hey,
everywhere."
y'all tripping.
But everywhere where the eggs jumped up to $10. A damn dozen of eggs. Where the sense in that?
Y'all should get. You see, if you would have been plant-based life, you'd have been used to that. You know what I mean? You'd have been used to that.
Oh, they coming for the veggies too. You see how high the veggies is in the damn grocery store? We're gonna have to start gardening and farming our own stuff again.
That bring you back full cycle to the farming guy.
They won't give us the land. Now the land is ridiculously priced. Greenbelt, a daggone condominium going over $250,000 for a damn condominium in Greenbelt. The market is ridiculous. Houses that should be $150,000 is $375,000. You got to I mean, the interest rate is ridiculous. The gas is getting ready to go up again right before Thanksgiving holiday, before they move. For some reason,
they do that shit every year. That's what I'm saying. That's the game. That's game. That's system.
All of that is
and we
game.
go for it. All that shit game.
All of
That's
it's game.
Every year the gas go up at the same time. That's game. That's not the price of the barrel. That's the game you popping. You know what I mean? Like you can make any of this stuff true that you want it to be if you're in control of everything. A shit block in the channel. A shit block in the channel. Anything.
That's the word control. We need to start to control something.
You're gonna need a bomb. You're gonna need a natural disaster of the world or something to kick this back. Besides that, you might as well just find yourself a crease and figure out how to get you on and get comfortable. You know, and that's it. And leave some good memories for your people. That's about all. You know what I mean?
But we got to collectively. We could do more than that. We get in your crease, get in your lane, and stay and still try to give and teach the people that's like-minded, that's like-minded like you, that's woke like you. Teach them how to grow too, because not everybody want to be a ball of lint up in somebody's.
I'm down Florida. I'm down Florida right now. You did not just say I'm woke. Don't you dare call me woke while I'm in Florida. Somebody might come knocking at my door. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that.
I'm sorry that means threaten your life. You better not be woke.
Trying to get the people's governor rundown on me. Better cut it out.
Hey, I'm big into starting now with my kids and doing generational wealth. I've talked to all my wife's parents and my aunts and uncles and everything. I told them, when they ready to retire, don't sell their house. I'll buy it. I'll show y'all how to make money off your property. I'll take care of it. I'll manage it for you or whatever, and rent your house out. These houses now, you can make money off of your property that you don't have to leave. Or you can use that for your own wherever you're going. Like if you're going to Florida, and like for instance, my in-laws, they want to go to Florida. They got a beautiful 4-bedroom house. They don't owe nothing on this house. And now, instead of selling the house, make that house make money for you. You know what I'm saying? They live right next to Andrews Air Force Base. You rent to a family. You getting $2,500 a month in rent that's going for what you live in.
How many bedrooms?
They got 5. They got 5 bedrooms.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. I mean, what kind of neighborhood is it? Is it 50? Is it
nice neighborhood?
What kind of neighborhood? Super nice.
It's not super nice. It ain't like
good,
what is that, Mitchellville? But I mean, it's nice. But it's right by Andrews Air Force Base.
Rent rooms. You get the most value if you rent rooms. You shut the whole house down.
I want to rent to the military. I'm renting to military families with that money guaranteed. They gotta pay. Uh,
I think I've been looking
yeah.
at the bullet train.
uh,
The bullet train goes from Washington D.C. all the way to New York by 2040. Well, I went to the meeting and saw all of the big wigs in there, the senators, everybody in there, the wives, car dealerships. It was 2 nights ago, and seeing all these minorities talking about this bullet train, talking about you can get in for your kids to have a generational wealth. Um, and I was happy to be part of it because I ain't know nothing about no bullet train. Ain't know nothing about no
yeah.
train coming to DC all the way to New York.
They
And
have it now. It's called a Mark Rail.
no, I know. Yeah,
Nah, the
the
bullet's faster.
It's
the
something
bullet is
different.
faster, and it'll go to here, DC, New York in 2 hours. You'd be in New York less than 2 hours. So it's gonna be built, and it's like the toll road where you can get in because all the toll roads is all friends and family members. So
Really?
of course,
Dulles toll roads and all that.
yes.
Oh,
So
but why
Dulles
did we
toll.
put the crank on the toll somewhere? What we waiting for?
What
Bennett Road, right?
these are judges. These are when they came at me in 2010 about the casinos. You know, it was $100,000 or more. You know, so it's like these different. That's why they keep the rich stay rich. They doing these projects where they getting their friends and family into it, and they putting in 50,000, 100,000, 200,000,
Mhm.
and
That's
really
for
living
their
their life.
friends and family, generational wealth.
hmm
Because if you put up, if you can bring your share, and I'm gonna put up my share for my daughter and my son, we will have the majority say of the votes or how to go, of the pie. If they
hmm
get all their family in, boom, that family's gonna own that. And see,
Yeah,
like the Walmart
and
store, the
I
Dole
think
again.
we need liquor stores. I mean, my whole point is liquor bad, but I mean, I don't know nobody own no liquor stores. I know I got a couple friends that own, but I'm just saying, I don't know 10, 15 people that own liquor stores, own grocery stores, own laundromats.
No,
So I
I
think,
used to know people that did it, but they did now. I used to own no Johns used to own the convenience store in Palmer Park. He got sold out, and used to know the people on 202 that had the laundromat. They got bought out.
I mean, back in the days, like back in Baltimore, like back in the day, we didn't have grocery store. We had little teeny grocery stores on the strip, on North Avenue, and we didn't have big market grocery. We had these little grocery stores. You know what I mean? This little neighborhood grocery stores. So that
Corner store.
now I'm the grocery store. I'm talking about serving meat and everything. So, that's when the big business wasn't even messing with our communities. We had to do little things for ourselves. Big business when they just started putting grocery stores back in Baltimore just recently, several years now, but building new grocery stores. There wasn't grocery stores nowhere to be found, stuff like that. So they're gonna hold a grip on us. And brothers like you, this brother that just got finished speaking, you need to write,
Beyond,
in
beyond.
books, keep writing books, keep talking to the youth, keep doing what you gotta do to get it in your head to a whole bunch of broke youngins how to manage money. Because if you put their interest in money like that, then they'll continue to have those thoughts and they'll manifest. So yeah, good
no, you're right.
job. And push. We got to push. You were saying we can do something. We have to be able to do something to push into a way that that different things are getting taught to our knuckleheads on the streets, and we don't have to call them knuckleheads. We can call them young men again. You know what I
You're
mean?
right.
Like they
hmm
not getting taught nothing but bowl stuff. Just a whole bunch of bowl. So I mean, you can't even put on mainstream. You can't even have an intelligent black man rap on the radio no more. Ain't no Public Enemy. What was the
KRS-One,
the X Clan and brothers like that.
KRS-One.
They don't have that no more because they don't want us to learn and teach. It's just a big distraction to be dumb, stay broke, and keep filling the jails, keep being hard labor. The ones that do want to work, they can't get past the hard labor usually. Being that you come up in the city and have a jacket or record which they make you get. Remember in New York, they was just giving dudes weed charges and stuff like that. That way you can never bear arms. You lose all your freedoms. You
Yeah,
know, even
that's
though
the form of Slavery. And I'm
ain't no doubt.
spelling it because it's against the law to say it, but I can say them letters and not get banned or kicked off the show. And I
Yeah.
wanted to say, they was like, this is supposed to be Wellness Wednesday. Well, we talking about
Right.
gaining your wealth back mentally, physically, and financially. That's all a part of wellness, because if your finances ain't in the right order, it could definitely make you sick. Okay, so we talking about, so for those out there who say it's supposed to be Wellness Wednesday, yeah, it's Turn Up Tuesday and Wellness Wednesday, and we dropping a little knowledge on history and a little common sense for those of y'all who could pick it up. And I'm sorry, JoJo baby, for calling you woke. So you not woke, you blignant. That's the black ignorance. You
I'm saying
blignant.
when I
The
get
people
back
that-
up, when I get back up, when I be up top, when I come up top and shit, you can say anything you want to me. I'm just down here in Florida right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't have the
You in
motherfuckers running down
Florida.
on my door.
He's
Yeah.
in Florida, y'all. He's in danger.
Yeah, yeah.
Endangered
Y'all go ready to
species.
Y'all get y'all coats ready. I'm wearing my winter gear right now. I'll be wearing this all year round.
Keone, get a bullet for him so he can go down the bullet train. Let me clarify that.
I'm doing it.
Hey,
Damn.
The train.
Turn into Freaky
Bad
Friday.
mentality. I ain't trying to get us barred off. They was like, she said some bad word. You know, I got to start spelling stuff. We got to stop. That's how we talk in code. Let's spell stuff again. We got to spell
I do want to give
again.
Spelling. I dropped out of high school. I don't know what you talking about. That brother, you know what I mean? Don't be spelling too big of words now, you know?
Infinite, what you call it? Infinite intelligence. That's 2 words. Who don't know how to spell infinite and intelligence? And then with Keone, spell infinite intelligence. And if
Hey, Reach, you made me for a second. I literally in my mind was just trying to spell the whole thing.
it's 2 words, boo. But
I know. I can spell it, but it's like you made me unconsciously spell the shit just to make sure I could spell the shit.
It's not 2
didn't
words.
know
It's not 2 words.
Keone
It's not
making
2
you
words.
think.
If it's a Gmail, you make it a Gmail, it's not 2 words. It's 1 word then.
Hey,
That's Keone making people think.
hey, look, have y'all heard this also? So it's no longer Ebonics. The word Ebonics no longer exists. It's called African American vernacular.
That's
Get
some bull,
outta here.
because guess what?
Nah,
African
nigga, I heard that shit yesterday. It fucked my head up. I was like,
Nah, I believe it. I just find it crazy. I believe it.
well, I mean, but you know, that's part of the new whole movement. You know, we changing things, so it's no longer Ebonics. It's called African American vernacular. But I must say,
Stop letting them change stuff. Who changed it? Who? Because it was never Ebonics. Because I was told, that's what black people speak. No, I hear Latinos, Asians, everybody speak broken
wait,
English.
here's the deal. Here's the deal. Since the beginning of time, we created languages, and over time, we lost. You know, well, I guess during slavery and all that, we all had a change to assimilate, and we had no choice but to assimilate. But here's the deal: things always come back. We've always been the trendsetters. We started the whole language thing. We've always done that. So everything come back full circle. So now they're starting to speak like us again. So they're like, hey, well, let's go ahead and name it something else now, because they all talk like that, like us, white people, Latino people. I mean, people, you be like, nigga, I didn't know you knew how to speak English, but they speaking like black people. You know what I'm saying? When they come out and wait, because
African American vernacular.
Yeah, cut that out.
that's what they're calling that, African American vernacular.
Cut that out. That African American. Don't call me African American. I don't want to be African American.
What you want to be?
Just call me American. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to cut my Americanism, trying to put another. You know what I'm saying? You'll hear the white man calling himself European American. No, I'm American.
He say Irish American. No. He say this. The white man say this. I'm Irish American. I'm this American. No, the white man does say it. You know, I say my people Irish. We don't have nothing, so that's why we was given that. And for us to take that and say we just American, now you just made yourself property again. You dig what I'm
Well, I
saying?
mean, you always
Well,
got,
they
you know, if
don't
you
say
live in a
American. They say
society,
they're
you got,
Irish. They say they're Italian. They don't say they're American. They say they're Polish. They don't say
They
there's no
yeah, I don't
don't
know.
American in
I
that.
ain't
add
never heard that.
American on there.
I've been all
That's
around
There's
Well,
no
around, but
American
I
on
ain't
that.
never heard that. I ain't never
I
heard
heard them
nobody
all.
saying Irish
I'm saying
American.
when they describe
You don't hear nobody
themselves,
say Mexican American. It's Italian. I'm
Nope,
Italian. I'm Polish. I'm
nope.
Mexican.
yep.
It ain't
Because my
No
they
no. It
say
ain't no
Italian.
Mexican.
American.
They
They
say
don't say
Mexican. Yeah, my people's
right.
Mexican. My people this.
They might be Irish, but they don't say Irish American.
I'm
No,
Guatemalan.
they don't
I'm
say Irish
Venezuelan.
American. They say I'm Irish because
Yeah.
Right,
they
I'm
saying
Irish.
that they're proud in
right.
their gender. My girlfriend used to say that I'm Italian. I'm Italian. She wasn't saying I'm Italian American. She said we're Italian. We're Italian. I
Yeah,
don't
So
hear.
what you're
I don't
so
hear them.
so what you're saying is everybody else claim their background besides us, and we just claim this one.
nah,
Yeah,
that's
only,
that.
only,
That's a
only,
fake.
only,
That's fake
only
for
black
real.
raised in America. Here, black people in the race, and I don't even like that word black because I ain't.
I
That's
say I'm chocolate. I say chocolate. I say chocolate. I say she chocolate. I'm chocolate. That's what I say. I say
I used
chocolate.
to I put others on my application now.
As well, you should look.
Hey,
Where's
I
Malik
get
Bey at?
callbacks like a motherfucker though. I ain't gonna lie. They call me back like shit. They give me a second look for that credit.
Yeah, they do. They do. If
When you
you
put
look at
others.
Yeah, I always put
that
others.
181 form, I
Yeah.
didn't believe it until one of my viewers, Mr. Malik Bey, which he could get on the show anytime. He called me on the weekend after the show. He was like, Reese, I want to share this with you. He said, because I know you like to do your research. He gave me something, and I looked and I researched. I was like, Hope Joe the Blow. This Joker was right. And we got to what they're saying, and they're giving us names, and that's so we can't get the government allotted funds for certain stuff. But if you claim that you this ethnicity,
Ethnicity. You got it. Ethnicity. Like F-U-nicity.
if you that
Like a
group,
necessity to say F-U,
they have
but
money,
F-U-nicity.
they have funding, they have this, they have that, all of this stuff. And then when I looked at what that group was, I'm like, I qualify in that group. My ancestors, my history is in that group. But we do not know how to tap into the money because when we check that Negro box, that black box, so many doors automatically get shut down
Closes.
and
Yep.
chosen for us.
Yep.
They were like, she in that group, boom. You treated that way.
We need to learn
Look at
about
that
it before we
181
get it.
form. It's
Well,
out there on the website. Look at that form and read through it and read through what it says.
Hey, Reese.
Yes.
During Obama time, he had stopped the banks and all of them for asking for your ethnicity. After Obama time, it went back to, cause at the bank, the dude said, I've been doing this 12 years now. They just started back asking for your ethnicity for like loans and shit.
That's what it was.
They had stopped it during Obama time, but they brought it back again when Trump came back, and it's still on there. They need to get that off. But you're right, it closes doors. Even up to like 2005, from something that was a bill that was put in like in the 40s or something, where African Americans couldn't get certain government contracts. Shit like that was actually on, like it was an actual bill that stated that we couldn't get certain government contracts. That's why Mayor Barry was so famous and so loved, because nobody was getting government contracts. He was the first one to give out a government contract, $1 million government contract to an African American or African or American or whoever. But I'm just saying he was the first one to do it, and they were so pissed off. But that's why everybody loved Barry. So he came out and get it with 2 more motherfuckers, and that's why niggas around here got money now or been for a while, because Barry did that and all that. I'm just saying. These motherfuckers had shit just to make sure we couldn't get forward. We couldn't go forward. I heard y'all talking about the weed. If what's the shit called, man? There was a documentary about this. How the whole thing started. One racist son of a bitch started making these little short films saying that weed made white women sleep with black men. No, hey, look, that shit's on Netflix, man. Yo, the shit fucked my head up. But he didn't make these short films before the actual movie. So all these white men saw this shit, and just 60 to 70 years ago, we owned these motherfuckers. And now they fucking our wives and daughters and mothers. That's around the same time they did the movie Birth of a Nation, and the whole movement started against we and black people. So I mean,
that's almost as funny as one that I heard about. Black people brains are small. White people brains are bigger than black people. There was people that believe that. And
no, they say that, yeah.
If you say, why do black people have this? Oh, because they have smaller brains than us. You got to speak to them especially because they slower in learning and slower.
But yet we invented a whole bunch of shit to help you.
But my brain is smaller than you. That's right up there. We make white women sleep with a black. Whoa.
Yeah.
Had it doing SLAVER times too.
That nigga was the whole movement behind the war against drug shit. From back then, all that shit later on escalated to him having funds to fight the war on drugs, and all it did was spend more money for us to get police. And in fact, they brought the shit in to set us up with the coke and all that. But the weed, that shit's always been around. Everybody smoked back then. Even prohibition, when people couldn't drink, weed became very popular. Matter of fact, what was his name? Jimmy Carter. He was going to win for the second term, but the nigga Ronald Reagan used that same dude and was able to reverse shit around and started the whole thing saying we was with he got with a Bible belt. We was in the Bible, and they were saying that it was evil. What else he said? Shit. He got everybody to he just added cocaine and all the bad drugs with weed, and that's how he won. Besides that, and promised to free the hostages, which they had set up already to be like, they knew about the people, but they used all that just for him to win. So 60% of the country at the time wanted to legalize weed, and this is back in Jimmy Carter time. This is what is the early 80s?
That was Jimmy Carter time was in the 70s. Hey, Jimmy Carter time was in the 70s.
Was that after Gerald Ford?
Yeah, Jimmy Carter was after him.
Yeah. When did Ronald Reagan win?
Ford, and then it was Ford, and then Jimmy.
Yeah, and then Ford and then Jimmy. But Jimmy was like late 70s, early 80s.
Jimmy was 7. I was 7 years old. He was in there. So that was 78. Jimmy was in there.
Yeah, late 70s.
In the 80s.
Like 81.
When the Reaganomics came into play. The whole thing about Reaganomics.
Well, he was with that dude, man. I'm gonna get the name of that. It's on Netflix, man. I used to say the history of weed, but it's called something else. But if you just look at the history of weed, the name of it should pop up somewhere over there. It's on Netflix, man. But if you see that documentary, it'll blow your mind. I'll be like, wow, how everything came from this one dude, man. All propaganda against us. You know what I'm saying? All propaganda.
Well, that's because when you own the media, you can tell the story. But Trump never lied when he said fake news, fake media. But it's been around, the fake news, fake media, because they want you to believe what they want you to believe. They send up the smoke signals, 77, 81. They send up the smoke signals, and boom, and there you go.
And the thing about it is, putting fake news out there, if there's real news out there, the actual news, you just think it's all fake when somebody says that. It's like when somebody say all politicians are like, I said, bullshit. I know something. That's bullshit. But it says an easy cop-out because you don't know much about the conversation. I get that. But don't say everybody's alike. It's like all black people are like, all white people. That's not true. So when people say shit like that, just give me like it's a cop-out for you to get out of the conversation. Cool. Or you say, I don't know much about this. I get it.
Now that's just the ignorant person. Mona, that's just an ignorant person that come up with that. And the news, as far as when y'all talk about the news, some of it is true. They're not allowed to report. They're under sanction about that. I know this for a fact. There's certain things you can't say. Even though they say, see something, say something, say it if you want to. Say it if you want to. That's the end of your career. Just like the word that you can spell, but you can't say because they'll boot you out. Everything is governed. Everything is still syndicated. Okay, now y'all was talking about financial wealth. Let me try to clear this up real good. Everybody's going to take a hit as far as financial wealth because each one of those
you break it up. Look, they didn't want her to say it. They done broke her up and kicked her out. Rodney?
We got to send her. She need to go to McDonald's or Starbucks so she can talk to us.
I know Lee, Bruce, what that joint called Bruce Cricket joke is not working well.
Don't be saying nothing about Cricket, because Cricket, I use Cricket. My phone services is all right. Cricket Cricket is bought by AT&T, by the way. So
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Lee.
Hey, but what's up with cricket though? They don't hire black people because like every cricket I've been into, all Latinos.
You right.
I'm just saying, I've never seen one black cricket yet. All Latino cricket.
Right there in Marlow Heights, right up here in Marlow Heights, they all black. They all black.
Okay, they know marketing then. They know marketing. They know to keep niggas from robbing their asses, put some niggas in there. I get it. But I'm just saying, everywhere else I've been, it's just Latinos.
People say the same thing about T-Mobile, but that's not true.
What?
That T-Mobile is a bunch of Latinos only.
Nah, that ain't true. T-Mobile just a bunch of minorities. That's just period. T-Mobile is all minorities. They equal opportunity minorities. Niggas, Latinos, Indian, whoever the hell, as long as you're a minority, you welcome. Because honestly, I haven't seen a white motherfucker in T-Mobile before. Think about it. Exactly. You never seen a white motherfucker. It's always been some minorities.
I gotta ask my son, did he see, I know that's not true.
The only white people in T-Mobile, they're high ups.
So
that's
where
it.
do white folks go to? Verizon? Only Verizon?
Maybe we need to do a documentary on it. Just see, do a look. You know, what I'm saying, little research.
Yeah, we got to go on the scene now.
Yeah, little research. I think I'm gonna do like 5 T-Mobiles today and see. I'm gonna go different regions and see.
Verizons are always across from the hall from T-Mobile. There's always a Verizon, always a T-Mobile. They're in competition. So let's see. Is the Verizon for the white folks and the T-Mobile's for the black folks, and they're all owned by the same company? Is that what that is? The divide and conquer thing? Like you go to a Coca-Cola, like you go to a cola plant, and all they doing is putting different labels on it. The same cola plant, everybody get the same soda, but different labels. We got put Coke over there, put RC over there, put the Pepsi down over there, put Rock Creek over there.
Now T-Mobile CEO is different. I mean, they're a different company than Verizon, totally different than Verizon.
Okay.
I've been with T-Mobile now for like 13 years, well, I've been longer actually, but I left for a while. Our relationship went bad. But we're now on good terms again, and I'm about to leave the bitch. So it is what it is, because T-Mobile is just like, I don't understand why they do this shit. They're like the insurance company too. It's like an abusive relationship. The longer you stay with them, the less you get. Real talk. You don't get shit from them. But all the new motherfuckers, they get all the deals. I see some shit on TV, I go try to get it. I can't get it because I've been with the company.
Who got Verizon? Who got T-Mobile? Booba, you got T-Mobile. Rodney,
T-Mobile.
what you got phone service?
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile. Keani, what you got?
I got AT&T in one phone. The other phone I got Cricket.
Cricket and AT&T is the same.
Well,
I'm Cricket too. I'm team AT&T Cricket too. Lee, what you got?
Damn it.
Lee got Boost Mobile.
I'm having internet issues
Cricket.
again.
I love Lee, but Lee, the Obama phone, you need to leave him alone. Lee got an Obama phone.
Lee got off the phone again. What Kid have said? Kid have said AT&T. Kid have got AT&T.
Lee, hey, look, Lee got a Kill cereal. She just added on the video too. You know what I mean? Not the Kill cereal.
I only got Metro PCS. I didn't even know Metro was still
around.
I didn't even know. Is Metro and Boost the same?
I don't think so.
Metro Boost Mobile and Metro PC, they be buying each other out so much, y'all. We don't know.
Well, T-Mobile bought Sprint.
I know, and I know.
Yeah, T-Mobile bought over Sprint.
Yes, T-Mobile did, just like AT&T really bought Cricket. A long time ago, there used to be a phone company I used to be with. Do y'all remember Singular?
Yeah, Singular Mobile.
It got ate up by AT&T. Okay?
Yep. I remember that because you could use the SIM cards.
It got there's really only 2 phone companies, Ma Bell and it used to be Bell Atlantic, and they broke up. and then you had Bell Mobile, Bell whatever. It used to be one company, and that's where you get Verizon and AT&T from. Verizon and AT&T are really buying up all the smaller companies, so y'all don't know.
Turn on the phone.
So y'all
Hey,
really don't. You know, one company start off one way, then the next thing I know, Singular changed to AT&T. I left AT&T and I went to Singular. Didn't like the service. Next thing you know, Singular sold it to AT&T. I'm like, get out of here. So I left AT&T and went to Cricket. Didn't like because I didn't like the service. And guess who bought Cricket? AT&T. So
hey, Reese, unfortunately, I gotta go. I just want to say something, give you just y'all a little bit of information about something real quick because we was talking about Joyland. So there is a Black-owned indoor amusement park in Greenbelt called LOL Stations. So
LOL
if you're
Stations?
looking, yeah, it's called LOL Stations. It's actually behind Beltway Plaza. It's in what used to be, I think, like Regency Furniture or something like that. But they got like a trampoline. They got trampolines in there. They got 2 indoor roller coasters in there. They got a skating rink, and a laser tag. So, you
Ooh.
know, it's just something that you know, a lot of us probably don't know about, but it is Black owned, and it used to be, I think, Jeepers or something like that. They bought out that
I
Jeepers
remember
area or
them.
something like that. Yeah, but it is Black owned. So, you know, if you're looking for a place to take your kids to do birthday parties and stuff like that, you know, that is a place there. So
LOL
just wanted to give them a quick shout out. I know
What,
that
what,
family, they're a great family.
I missed it. Who had the birthday party, Jones?
No,
It's called LOL Stations.
Element
LOL
say what? In Greenbelt?
LOL. Yeah, Laugh Out Loud Stations.
In Greenbelt?
Yes.
Yeah, upstairs, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now I took my kids there when they was younger. They've been there for a second.
You said
Yeah.
upstairs.
Yeah, like where the so if you go to where the Burlington is, instead of going downstairs, you go upstairs. And then you make the left over there. They're to the left, and in that area, it's a nice little space. I forgot what it used to be up there, but
Was it where the cow doors used to be?
it's upstairs where they got the upstairs garage at. So if you come to back of Greenbelt Mall and go all the way to the back, you see there's a little upstairs garage up there. Is that area up there? That's where LOL is.
Okay, I used to go to the movies. I think over there.
Yeah, the movie's on a lower level. But when you go up, you drive up further.
Cow doors used to be at the top. The cow doors used to be over all of that. That only
But Reese,
lasts a minute.
you know you always go past niggas' ages, right? When you be talking about shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Back then when the Flintstones was there, right?
Cow door. I might as well say Zaire. Don't nobody know what Zaire is.
No, I know what Ziz is. I know what cow doors is, but I'm just like, it's been so long since I heard that shit. I think I was a single digit. You know what I'm saying? I was literally a single digit when these stores was around. I heard them because it was around, but I remember Ziz and all that shit. I remember Ziz. God damn, Reese, it's like you done brought up nostalgia like a motherfucker.
I love
yeah, all those places are churches now.
Hell yeah. You look, you might as well bring up Morton's. You might as well bring up Morton's. You know what I'm saying?
Fried chicken, he said churches.
Churches still around the South.
You
can go right over the border to Virginia and find churches.
Well, I want to tell my dad mentality. Thank you for joining me today. Friday, y'all. I'm going to do the show Friday. Freaky Friday.
No problem. Yeah, you can catch the show on all platforms, Facebook.
Say it, Rodney.
Nah, I was just saying, you can catch me on all platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. It's dad_mentality. Check out our show. Hey, and we also did a show off of it's coming up this week in the next couple of days about your topic about deadbeat dads. We call it the myth of deadbeat dads, and we had a good conversation about that too. So
okay.
Hey, that's a great topic. That's a great topic. All of us know some deadbeats out there.
Women too. I know deadbeat women too. And you don't have to have children to,
Nah. Some people it's a mental thing. Some people it's just they never was taught, and some people just thought that's how it is. So, now until you meet up with your deadbeat and talk to them and then find out, okay,
It go back to liquor again. Drinking. The slaves, you seen Django. We watched Django.
right.
And them niggas, they fought each other. He killed them. He got liquor. Dog, after they finished picking cotton, they gave everybody liquor and cocaine, had them throwing the party. You can't escape when you're drunk like that. So my thing is we not doing it right. It's too many liquor stores. If you go to Ashburn, you go to Tyson's Corner, it's a little small liquor store. You
Like
go up
one
here to
or two in the whole
Northeast.
area,
Yeah, so
in the
you go
whole
to
city
liquor.
or whatever. You right,
Yeah,
bro. You right. But
yeah,
you go across the Montgomery County, or even just go across the imaginary line in DC to the
yeah.
other side, the other 350,000 of
And
16.
listen to this. They have super big liquor stores, but then after that, there's no real big supermarkets. So my dad used to be alcoholic. His brothers, everybody was just drunk, not even making no sense. Having sex, and now they old, don't want to give nobody no money, don't want to talk about money. It trickled down again. I'm tired of them black ass niggas. I'm tired of y'all, man. I told my daddy, look, we wanted to eat 3 days ago. He talking about, oh, I'm not gonna eat. I got no money. I said, you retired government worker.
You got
You're
money, man.
you're not a McDonald's janitor. You gonna pay for this meal. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I end up paying. He is so caught up in saving money and so caught up being stingy that he don't even know it.
Dang.
Yeah, you know what though? That's what a lot of dudes did back then. So that's how they save money. Just go home and get drunk. That way I don't gotta go do nothing and I can
Yeah.
save this money. But you would take all that same money to pay for a new kidney, your ass get older. Because
There
you
you
be
go.
drinking this shit.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, but that's what you do.
But
Yeah.
Gianni, Booba, y'all right, because when Virginia, in certain areas, they have ABC liquors. It's
Yeah.
not open on Sundays and it closes early.
It's all the areas.
And then
It's
the
all
nice
the areas.
they close early and
Yeah.
they ain't open to, but why in our communities in the hood, they all night long up to certain time and they'll even on Sundays.
And then
Open up like
and
look,
then
you know they open up like 6, 7 a.m.
I meet these black women that get drunk and it's like, well, I got government job. And I'm like, well, Becky got government job too. But Becky getting drunk, but she's not doing it every single weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Becky do her smart. Becky at work with hers in her coffee.
Yeah. So the whole point I'm learning, these young black sisters are getting too drunk. They're getting too drunk, and then they won't know why no man want them. They got a great job, but they by themselves. So I'm like, why you?
I don't think it's the liquor.
No, I'm serious. I met. Listen, come hang on me. I can show you 15 of them. They got Mercedes or BMW. They own their own house and they single, but they love to get drunk and talk crazy after they get drunk. They're real nice and sweet all day long.
I think also is this whole liberation period we're going through as a civilization. There's a lot of liberation going on, and a lot of people don't understand how to take it. You know what I'm saying? Whether they don't want being liberated or somebody that's with them see them being liberated and don't understand it. So it's like, we is nuance of this shit. We don't know what the fuck's next. We don't know how it is because everything now is like I didn't know this was, prohibited no more. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say that or I can't do that. Okay, fine, So, like, now to the point, even when you talking to black women, you kind of like, on some, like you walking on glass or something,
Yeah.
So, like I see my buddies, man. I'm just happy, me, I'm married, but, shit, like, even talking to my wife I feel like I'm on a date.
What I'm saying? Listen to this. What is the argument over? What is the argument over?
Man, nowadays, man, it's just like, it's hard. I wouldn't say maybe the media, social media, not the media, but social media, for the most part, has pitted us against each other, men against women. And, guys right now, they're feeling defensive and women feeling they need to be more aggressive. And, because it's part of the liberation. And I don't have to take this. And it's cool, but at the same time, we're losing relationships because some guys are genuinely trying to talk to you, but you already on your, P's and Q's, like everybody's trying to just, come for you with some sexual and all that. And some people just seeking relationships. And it's fucked up. A lot of people missing out.
Let me ask you this, because I'm on a dating site and I'm looking. I don't even ask none of these DPs that I get. I don't ask no man to send me that. Why do they just jump out there and send it to you? I'm not talking about nothing.
No.
And they coming like that. I'm like, whoa, this the
But
wrong.
because honestly, Reese, you are a sexual figure. You know what I'm saying? You are a sexual figure. When they see you, they thinking about everything they want to do to you. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? You look fun, you know what I'm saying? So they like, we're gonna do everything. And they just feel like you're gonna be down with it and you just look fun. Like you're gonna be a good time. They're gonna feel all that. They wanna really sexually wrestle you. You know what I mean? Like it's hard being a sex figure, and I see it. I see what you go through, but like honestly, Reese, that's what it is. They think they need to get down to it. They don't need to bullshit with you, and they want to get at you off the break. They don't want, if you like a woman, don't have no time for bullshit. It just might be your look.
I'm a big girl, so they think I'm easy. I'm an easy mark because I'm a big girl. They think
no. Not all big girls look fun. Not all big girls look fun. It's you, Reese.
I'm fun, but I'm not that kind of fun.
Yeah, but you look like that. Unfortunately. Reese, I see you going through the shit that these like stars and like models go through. You know what I'm saying? You like see me for my intelligence, but they see you sexually, Reese. I'm sorry. That's how they see you.
You're right. Yeah. You're Oreo in some milk.
They see you on something else.
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you. When they see you, they don't see, look at the intelligence. And that's for all women. Y'all need to stop this shit.
You're right. Somebody got a condom on walking around thinking about you. They got a condom on walking around thinking about you. It's on right now.
Kiani, take it off, Kiani. I don't tell what you know. Take it off, Kiani.
You see him over there working with plastic already. He keep putting it down. Damn. Even what you working with or who you about to work with. You know what I'm saying? That's a big plastic.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm always ready.
Hey.
I'm ready to slip and slide all day, all night. Ready to slip and slide.
I'm trying to tell you something. Look. Ain't nothing. But Reese, it's unfortunate like that. It's unfortunate for you, but that's what it is. You know, she got the little blonde highlights and all that. They say, oh yeah, she knows herself. She loves herself. She, you know what I'm saying? They don't got no big timid girl and nothing, or one mean or ass one. You look fun. You like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta say, you're a sex figure, but at the same time, you like y'all can have a meal afterwards and watch the game. You know what I'm saying? So you look like that. So I mean, honestly, like I don't know how to say it.
Did y'all see the dinner I fixed last night? When my eyes came back, I put that together. It was pepper steak over rice.
You see what I'm saying? What nigga ain't gonna want to be with that shit?
You're right. Well, you looking like a slice of lemon pie. You're right. They going crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And you can have one afterwards.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you that type of woman. I look like a lemon pie and I give you lemon pie after. You know what I'm saying? That's what you, like, Reese. You a win-win for a lot of these dudes, and unfortunately, they haven't been trained to talk to a woman like you because they figure, let me just show what I'm working with, so she know, I'm coming right. I might be skinny, but I can heavy. I'm like a forklift. I can do the heavy load. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So
you're right, man.
So I'm just saying.
I'm looking for a doctor. I need somebody to take care of the patient. She come on, I take care of her and the money. So I need a doctor. I need somebody that's well off. She can leave anytime she wants.
I like how you throw it in the money.
Yeah, and the money.
And has the money.
Yeah. I need somebody.
They can have more money together. Look, and unfortunately for you, Kiani, I'm an RMA, so I got my little stuff with the medicine. But I'm working on getting my dollars. I keep writing these books. I keep grinding on the comedy circuit and the scene, trying to get ahead. People can hire me. Y'all can hire me. Let's get this working. I don't mind working. I don't mind cutting up. I don't mind showing off. What y'all gonna make me do is go back to the stripper pole, and you don't want that.
I want to see that. I want to see that.
Hey,
No, you don't
look,
want that.
I want
hey,
to see
Reese,
that.
Reese, I'm telling you, look, for some of us, we gotta do more. And like I said, fuck trying to be discovered. You gotta make yourself seen. And that's what I try to do, what the fuck I'm doing. So I got some shit in the works. I'm trying to write this movie. Like I said, the podcast still coming. And, you know, I try to do some of these videos when I get a chance, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to do more of that. And I think somebody for you, like you do great at that. You know what I'm saying? You're already a sex symbol. So now you already a sex symbol. You got the podcast going. I think you need to do some skits and shit, like some of the shit from back in the day.
I do that. And I've been in some movies. Y'all ain't seen me in the movies?
No.
Yeah, I got my swag card and everything. I did
Which
some
one?
stuff.
Which one you been in? Send it to me. I'll check it out.
All right.
Your SAG or swag? Which one?
SAG, Screen Actors Guild.
Okay, yeah. I got 3 forms and stuff. I haven't sent mine in because I got a little more independent work.
If you go on IDMB and put out Thea McCollin in, every movie that's credited in IDMB, it'll come up with me on there.
All right, Reese. But I'm saying we need like on your Facebook or your Instagram, do more skits.
Let's do some skits.
Yes. Hey, look, I'm down with that shit. First of all,
more
I'm
skits.
down with
Let's
writing
do it.
something. Yeah, I'm with it. Let's do some skits. I'm telling you, Reed. Look, this gonna be your breakout. I'm trying to tell you, it's the skits because you got some funny ass stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm having y'all on mine. I'm gonna do some skit on mine. I'm tired of this shit. It's time for some skits. It's time to get rich like Eddie Murphy and the White Girl.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, the few I've done some skits and they went by as well, but TikTok had me upgrade. I lost my other account, so I had to start. I only got like a couple videos there now. My YouTube joint, I need to learn to navigate that. But on other platforms, I'm doing great. So like, yo, even on the TikTok joint, man, one joint had like 75,000 views and shit. So like,
I'm here. Rip me out the plastic because I feel it brand new.
I'm trying to tell you, put a ribbon on me and call me a package too. I don't know, man. I think that's the word. Like I don't be knowing the words, but I love these songs.
Put a ribbon on me and call me brand new. What's it? Put a ribbon on me, call me a package too.
Something like yeah, something like that. Yeah, hey,
put a ribbon on me. I know where the Busch Gardens is, but I got a ribbon on my water slide.
Hey, I was at a comedy show last night, right? I ain't gonna say because I fuck with the host and it was a good show, but towards the end, because Lawrence Owens was there too. That nigga was a damn fool. Big Mike, I rode out there with Big Mike and Big Head. So, you know,
okay.
We did the comedy carpool, and that's something coming up too. Like that's something.
I need it. I'm there.
Yeah. Hey, look, hey, for real, Reese. Hey, Keon.
Yeah.
So.
Kiani.
Oh, Kiani. Okay. You know, black people spell everything different. Okay. Kiani. Yeah. I'm just saying. That's what I got, man. I'm telling you, I'm announcing it now. It's coming soon. And look, we need to set some shows and we're gonna roll out of town. We're gonna roll around the city. It's coming. It's called the Comedy Carpool. Yeah. So we're gonna go to hit some of these mics, let people know we're coming. But the whole thing is a show we're going to start talking about. We're going to go live. So we're going to go live on there at a certain time before a comedy show. We start maybe like an hour early or something and to head into the comedy show. We don't got to do the show or nothing. We can show extras of it. But just us going to the show and the shit comedians talk about, we have a whole bunch of little different, subjects and shit.
Like
you know what I mean? Like that, exactly. But except with the comedy. Exactly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I say we need to do this shit within like the next week or so and start this shit. Because
where you get that idea from, Booba?
Because I was last night. I was thinking before Mike came.
Before last night, where'd you get that idea from? We was talking about it. Comedy Cab.
Yeah, it was Comedy Cab, right? But now Comedy J was starting that before. But now I'm like Comedy Carpool because I don't own a
Oh,
cab.
you changed the name. Okay. Well, look, I'm talking about when me and you was talking. When I said,
Yeah.
boy,
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So for
I'm gonna get him.
I guess for trademark rights, I am including Reese.
And Kiani.
Yeah, not Kiani, but including Reese because we had this conversation. Kiani, we will send you gifts and presents, but right now, Reese, I have to bring you in for your 35% because the idea, you know.
Well, you're gonna miss out. You can come out you want to. The Holy Spirit gonna tell you later on your dream. I'm gonna do
I know,
something.
sorry. We gonna give Kiani Magic Johnson percentage, 2%
Okay,
of the
good.
show, and so you know
He's my
at least.
security. He said that he told me he was my security.
And he's getting extra money for doing security, so the man eating all around.
And
He
I
might
told
be our
him,
dinner too at the show.
you can have part of my 35%, Kiani, because that he says he's gonna be my manager. He said he's gonna be my man, you know. So,
and management too. So the nigga
And
3
management.
checks.
3 checks.
3 checks. Well, okay,
Yeah.
well, shit,
Yeah.
you good. You good, Keith. You good. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this.
I'm trying to.
Comedy Carpool.
I'm trying to live like Don King.
Hey man,
Yeah, I'm trying to live like Don King.
And I'm Bob Arum.
I'm Muhammad Ali.
You like that when I say, I'm Bob Arum. Yeah, that's all that nigga in the back, that white nigga in the back, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a little darker than they with dreads. Bob Arum, baby. Yeah. But look, but serious talk though, man. I want to do this. I'm trying to look. This is how shit was made, and I think we need to do this because
I'm ready.
it's needed, man. It's needed. We need to find other ways to get paid out here, and not just that, just bring our comedy to the masses, especially in the area, because there's a lot of damn good comedians around here, and nobody knows. There are literally leagues of comedians in Washington, D.C., DMV area. Leagues, different levels, but everybody's still good on some level. You know what I mean? And it's like not enough avenues for us. That's why a lot of people travel is good, but you know what I'm saying? But we need to own that stuff. People in LA can make it while ain't stepping out. So, hey, tell you what, let's do the same and be able to step out there with a name and we get, paid for what we do. You know what I mean? We'll find a way for how you can pull you got your titty and like, bam, she's like,
I already figured that out. I already got that on.
Okay, like
Kiani is the little man. I'm gonna pull out my titty. Kiani gonna jump out and be like, ta-da! He gonna jump out, ta-da!
Damn,
yeah, we talking about
Kiani, you was in there all that time.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some skits, right? Right, we need some skits, We need to go to different stuff, you know what I'm saying? Go corral, walk around, do some skits and stuff, leave out of there.
Oh, Golden Corral. I'm with Golden Corral. Did he say Golden Corral?
We go to do some skits, go do some skits, and then we leave and go somewhere else.
Hey, you got any more that any more of your old clothes from back in the day, your Queen Latifah or Miss Melody stuff?
Oh, I'm gonna go to keep. You know what? I think I might have an outfit. I gotta look through the drawer.
I want to do like some Shotty Murphy situations.
You know, KRS One gonna see me and be like, "That's Miss Melody." And Carter, when you look at the picture of Miss Melody, that's my dad.
And look, and I could be KRS One. Just
he's gonna be like, "Oh,
you must learn."
Yeah,
Love's gonna get you. Love's gonna get you. Love's gonna. Hey, that was my. I ain't gonna knock my favorite rapper back then. That was my favorite rapper back then in the '80s. That was my favorite rapper. KRS One. I learned a whole lot of shit from him.
He made you think.
Really?
Hell yeah, like, cause the nigga taught you shit, all that shit about Egypt. Like you had, back then when the rappers back then was teaching you shit. A lot of shit. They started a whole Black history movement for mothers to have stop doing classes about it and all that. You know, Karis one was talking about them knocking the Sphinx nose off. He was talking about Timbuktu. He was talking about a lot of shit. You listen to a lot of his old shit. Then you had like what was the Bama's man? Sissies. What was the niggas, man? You know what I'm talking about? What's that group? What do at the end used to be like Sissies?
What
Was it
was that?
Suicide?
That because
He used to say that a lot out of New York.
Yeah, so it was a group all of that African shit on. They was dressed like a
Bambaataa, what? Africa, you had African Bambaataa.
not African Bambaataa. There was African Bambaataa, but then there was the other. Is it Zulu clan?
Nelly Mel and them.
Maybe not. Maybe the Zulu clan.
yeah, the Zulu clan. The Zulu clan.
Zulu clan.
Used to,
Zulu clan.
They Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel and all them used to
You're
be
right.
on
You're right, Melly Mel. But Melly Mel, he just sold himself out. Melly Mel, he talking about he not gonna get Eminem no more. What it is like all the brothers and sisters that have the money and power not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So that's where we go to everybody, say, hey, we need this money, LeBron, we need this money to help out the youth. And then we actually do it because they're not doing it. I mean, like I said, DC, Virginia, Maryland, look at everybody. You can't even get out your car without getting gas or somebody looking at you. You got a hoodie on. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean,
it's wild out here because, like, I used to do the music myself because I was living that and I had to cut it out. And I stepped away because God wanted me to. But a lot of the music, man, I can't stand it no more. Niggas just kill on everything. You know, everything, there's a gun pulled out, there's somebody hitting somebody, everybody's an op. It's like the culture is teaching these kids is just like, they're living this crazy life. Like, I'm leaving a comedy show. I'm trying to rush to get to another one. I'm walking out Chinatown trying to go where my car was parked. And I'm walking kind of fast. Okay, so I my size, you see me, you know what I mean? I'm not huge, but, you know, I look fit. And I'm moving, I'm looking at my phone. And so there's three youngers walking. One looked back, and the other one sees something, the other one looked back. Then the third one got his hand in his hoodie, with his hands in there, and both hands in there, right? So he turned around and looked, and then I could hear the motherfucker, right? Motherfucker say something, then the other one's like, so I'm just looking at my phone. I see they keep looking at me. So I stepped to the far left, still looking at my phone, walking forward, because I'm at the same pace. So the nigga said, man, niggas don't know, man. I was about to pop the motherfucker. And I hear the nigga. So I'm walking past, and I didn't even turn around enough, and I just kept walking. But I'm like, you little scared motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But this is, the guns are plentiful out here. The music.
You gonna do something to them, and they was scared.
Yeah. You little motherfuckers, like, you know what I'm saying? And the one that had the gun, he was the tallest one. He was taller than me. But you see, I mean, I mean, come on, man.
They're evil. It's so much evilness going on, you know? It's evil. I mean, they try to do me like that in Atlanta. And I went to the bathroom in Atlanta. That's why I told her I went to the bathroom in Atlanta. And when I went to the bathroom, I had my jewelry. I keep my jewelry on. So he come in the bathroom. We robbing niggas. I said, we robbing niggas too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm ready for it.
Walking out the door.
So another time I was in DC and I'm peeing. We had to pull over how to pee, you know what I'm saying? That crazy liquor. So I had to pee, and the guy in the hoodie on tried to approach me. Well, he's like across the street, but he looking like he'll come over there and try to do something. And I'm looking like I'm ready to pee on somebody, and I love their money. I love somebody else's money.
So you like yelling, I'm ready to pee on somebody. And
yes, I did.
Somebody else's money.
Yes, I talk crazy, man. I'm ready. You gotta talk crazy to these people out here. When you talk crazy, they get scared because they're like, oh, God, this nigga's intelligent.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You know, a lot of people understand, man. People get people over fear. You know what I'm saying? They see.
Wait a minute, boo, your sound went out.
Oh, yeah, my phone ringing. Hold
on. Yeah, so I'm learning now. It's just we have to defend ourselves too. That's another thing too. When we have these classes for these kids, it's combat class. They learn how to defend themselves. Nobody bullying nobody no more. Everybody can fight now. The bully getting beat up. So that's another problem is these kids ain't learning training. They're not learning, hey, you're not gonna pick on me no more. It's okay to be a nerd. You're not gonna pick on me.
Yeah. You know, but and everybody getting a gun. You know, it's so easy to get a gun. And you got ghost guns. You got these people just giving us fuel to try to kill each other off, and they in the younger generation, so they have less voters. They have less
Yeah,
voters.
no,
Especially
you're
in our
right.
community. You
No,
know,
you're right. No, you're right.
People going against them.
you know what I'm saying. So
Everybody
now
going
it's no longer the crack; it's the guns. They're bringing the guns in like the crack. You
Yeah,
know,
you're right. You're
and
right. No,
so
you're right.
it's, yeah, this
and
one, yeah, is an
like
instantaneous
Joker,
situation. That way, we ain't
it's
got to deal with them giving them welfare, nothing. They just kill each other off, and people don't understand that shit. You need to, you know, like
I
no
look,
more
they
self-defense.
imported they letting a lot of people from other countries come in to do the killing. They imported 154 out of Montgomery County alone, or they say they sent back. And the thing about it is they send them back to their countries and then they get back over here anyway. How they do that? They are deporting all the sex offenders and the violent offenders, and that's what they're saying. But they deport you on Monday, but your ass is back on Thursday. And they telling it, they was like, well, we already deported this one, but he came back. You done touched the little 5-year-old boy. You saw that on the news. Stop letting these smokers, how they keep coming back in and you ain't opening the door.
It ain't opening the door, Reese. This country is too damn big to border the whole fucking country. It's impossible. And by any people, but they're gonna find ways and means to do it. That's just it. If you,
But what
I would
about
say
the ones
that
that we flying over here? What about the ones that we put on planes and bring over here and fly over here? What about them?
them not the ones that's coming back. The ones coming back, the ones hitting the borders. It's not the ones you can't fly back off some shit like that. Those people, a lot of people that fly over here, they the ones really that need to be upset because they paid the way, like the Africans, the Europeans, everybody fly here. They paid and wait their time, the Asians. But, you know, South America, like, nah, fuck it, nigga. We can walk there, we're going to come. And the thing about it is, we made all these borders, and these people, you got to understand, we cause problems in these people's homes for us to get what we want to get and left all that shit there and then left. So they're like, fuck it. Y'all the one did this. We coming because we can't stay here. Y'all left us in danger. We ain't had nothing to do with the fuck y'all was doing. You see what I'm saying? So like yeah, I mean, you gotta understand, we do shit out here. We on the lower end of the totem pole because we don't know much. But as a country, we be doing some other shit out there. So people, you gotta understand, man, like motherfuckers like, yo, y'all safe over there. Y'all got what y'all want from us and y'all safe over there. I'm headed over there. And if we invest in some of these other countries like that, they want to stay there. We got the power to do that. But instead, we just suck what we need and say, fuck you.
Wow.
So, well, unfortunately, you know.
This is getting to the end of that time, Booba. It's getting to the close of the show, Booba. Tell them where you going to be.
All right, today, Wednesday. I think I'm going to go ahead and be at, I'm going to go to Dead Horse. I ain't been there, but they got a pull-up situation, so I'm going to go to Dead Horse.
There's a show at Pop Society, Pop Circle. You know what I'm talking about? Because Gwen hosting tonight at a show.
Where is that?
Charlie Jr. gonna be on the show. Pop.
Because I ain't never done Dead Horse, but I'm looking for a good mic though. I'm looking for a good mic. Hey y'all, August 5th, I got a late mic coming. It's gonna be at Vision. August, damn it. October 5th. October 5th. I got a new mic coming. It's gonna be at Vision's nightclub, 8th Street. So check it out. Yeah, late mic, yeah. And Laughing Laura's coming back too. So almost done with the construction, y'all. So that's on Saturday. Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna have you. We gonna do Thursday because it's football. Football. It's gonna be football and comedy on Thursday. And if it goes well, I might do it Monday too. Bam. Because I need a mic on Monday too.
Look, I'm a middle linebacker. I play football. Look, I got the back like a football player. Keanu, is that sexy too?
That's sexy.
Football players.
I'm gonna be a referee.
See, that's another fetish right there. You don't even understand, Reese. That's another fetish, and they coming for you.
told you NFL stands for nasty fat lady.
Yeah, I'm trying to break up a fake.
NFL league.
Yeah, I'm trying to break up a
They
fake happy
recruiting
home.
me.
What is wrong with she said nasty fat lady?
They recruiting us.
Yo, that's what's up. But it's been great. It's been good.
Okay,
So-
we coming.
Hey, good show last Monday too. This past Monday, that was a good show.
I'm glad you came to bless us. They will be back now. I'm done with being the hostess with the most. Martini, Gwen, I'm turning the throne back over. Gwen, come back, get your mic. I love y'all, and I'm gonna be out. But y'all don't forget y'all tickets. September 29th. That's next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday. I'm gonna be at Tokyo Pearl. That's a DuPont Circle. Tickets come out. See? I don't know. Never been there, so I don't know what to expect. It's gonna be a good time.
All right, Reese. Bye-bye, baby.
Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. Fumble trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.